What's going down, everybody? Wonky Dead here, back again with another video. And as you can tell from the title and from the thumbnail, this is my honest review about on The Last of Us 2. Yeah. Anyway, enough of me, Yeah, let's get into this. So, as you may already know, watching this video, The Last of Us 2 came out on Xbox and PS4. And man, was I disappointed. I will come clean with you guys. I have indeed watched the full playthrough on YouTube. I also watched The Last of Us 2 thing on Overrated Streams, and I will commit, I was disappointed. I was really disappointed with the game. It was just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, like, bro. Joe, now let me get this out of the way first, because all you guys are probably gonna, you guys are probably gonna be going in the comment section, oh, no, wait a minute, hear me out. Joel's death was so unnecessary and so ridiculous and retarded. Like you have the first game that started with this beloved fan favorite character, and for you to have him in the second game, to have him just die by this chick holding a fucking golf club and literally hitting him until he's fucking dead, that's ridiculous. Like, why would you do that? Yeah, so retarded. It's ridiculous. I like that. That's so stupid. And Abby in this game is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I did not like Joel's death. I did not like how they did the story. I didn't like when you get the fucking, I don't know why they even have this in the game. Why will you have Ellie fighting sorry, not Ellie fighting Abby, Abby fighting Ellie? Like, why would you have that in your game? Like, it's literally in the game. You have Abby fighting Ellie for what reason? It's ridiculous. It's retarded. And I'm like, why? Like, you have, like, I know, like, Ellie's not really my favorite character, but I mean, to see to see Abby fighting Ellie is ridiculous. Like why? It's ridiculous. The whole story makes no type of sense. I'm sorry, but the story, I don't know. Like, after Joel died, I don't know what in the world they're doing with the story there. Jesse's death was ridiculous, and it was ridiculous. I mean, he got shot in the face, but hell, even, do you know how many people could survive just getting shot in the face like that? It's ridiculous. I mean, if you really wanted to kill him, give him, like, a better death than the stupid, shitty death they already gave him, like shooting him in the face, which is ridiculous. But anyway, but yeah, this game is, let's be honest here, this game is trash. Like, no, don't get me wrong, no due respect to anyone who liked the game, but if you played the first game, you could literally see that Joel does not, like, if you really played the first game, you can see that he had spider sense. Like, he could just tell that those guys were bad guys just by that feeling. Like, oh, I got a feeling. And in the second game, He just helps Abby for literally no reason. And on top of that, you got fucking Tommy, who is acting like a complete idiot. Like, for example, him telling Abby's people, like, "Oh, I'm Joel, and this is Tommy. We come from a community. We can probably trade supplies." And I'm like, bro, and you don't do that. First off, like in a zombie apocalypse, you don't just do that. You don't tell them your real names. You don't just give out information like that unless you like, in my opinion, you got to get to know them first. You got to get to know them, fill them out, and then be like, "Oh, this like, hey, my name is Tommy. This is Joe. We come from a place. We could probably trade some supplies, and you guys can probably be underway, etc." That's how I would have, done it if I was writing the story. But no, these people want Naughty Dog, whoever was writing the story, wanted a scene like that in the game, and I'm like, no, because it makes no sense. Like, why have Joel and Tommy be doing stupid stuff like that? It makes no type of sense, especially if you played the first game. Like, it makes no sense. Another thing I want to address, like, out of the way, like, last year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, it's been so long, the game was leaked, on the internet. I don't know if it was Reddit or not, but I don't know if it was Reddit or Twitter, but it was something of that nature. The game was leaked, and they're saying that some hackers hacked into the company and got the screenshots and all this information about the game, and they leaked on the internet. And when I saw the screenshots, because I was spoiled, I was one of those people that got spoiled. Yes, I'm putting it out there now, because yes, I did get spoiled. I did check out the leaks. I did read every piece of information that that came out of that site. And when I saw the screenshots, I was a little shocked, because it looked real though. It didn't look like Photoshop. It looked real, and I was questioning, like, okay, is this alright? This is either real or fake, because people nowadays can go on the internet and literally fake anything. So this is either real or fake, but at the same time, it looks a little real because the visual, like, the animation, the visuals, and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know, this can't be right. So I'm reading again, and there's I don't know, it's sounding, it's like the fingers are pointing out, oh, it's gonna be fucking real, and a lot of people are gonna be upset, and they were, because they were canceling their pre-orders, they were canceling their editions, and they were canceling their pre-order for the game, and yeah, that's what they were doing, because they read the leaks and they were not happy about the game. They were not happy what they saw, and they were not happy what they read. And I mean, I will admit, I was surprised, because I was reading the leaks of the game. I was surprised, because to hear that like, for example, Joel gets killed by Abby, and then you spend like the other half of the game playing as Abby, and then you go back to Ellie, and I'm like, that makes no type of sense. Like, why would you have us be playing as the villain after, like think about that. Now, guys, think about that for a second. Why would you kill off Joel to immediately go to play as Abby? That makes no sense. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. Like, and Angry Joe makes a pretty good point. Overrated, and Angry Joe makes very good points on their videos, which they say, why don't we have, like, why not have the beginning of the game focus on Abby, and then go focus on Ellie and Joel, where Joel's talking with Tommy, and he explained the hospital thing again. It would have been so much better if they did it like that, and I agree, because in my opinion, they should have done that, but they didn't. But I mean, yeah, that's definitely a negative. That's definitely a negative. Like Abby fighting fucking Ellie for no reason. You play as Abby almost immediately after Joel gets killed, which is ridiculous. And how Joel went out was ridiculous. I'm like, real. I mean, the way he went out and the way they executed it was so dumb and ridiculous and so disappointing. Like, why would you do that? Why would you even have that in your game? And another thing I heard too, that a lot of employees and a lot of people that worked on the very first Last of Us game left. I don't know what was the reason why they left, but they left, meaning that The Last of Us 2 was written and directed by different people, with Neil Druckmann, of course, at the helm. But I mean, you would think that, oh, are they gonna? They could probably blow it off. They probably have a love for the first game as us fans, and no, they I don't know. Whoever wrote the story and whoever wrote these characters in The Last of Us 2 clearly has no idea how much we the fans do love the characters of The Last of Us series. Like they don't know. Like they don't get it. In my opinion, they just don't. They don't know. They don't get it, and they just wanted to shit on all the characters. Like, for example, Ellie. They really just shitted on her character, and I'm like, I was hoping that I would like her in the second game, but then they shitted her in the second game, and I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, at this point, I'm glad she's not my favorite character, because they shit on her so much, and I don't know why they shit on Joel, because Joel is the lead of the games. Why would you kill him? It makes no sense. Ridiculous. I don't know. This whole game is ridiculous. It's not worth the money. Thank God for the leaks, because if I didn't read those leaks, I probably would have wasted like $40 or $50 on a game that is not good and is retarded and ridiculous and doesn't even have a proper story and a proper arc. Like, the story is a mess. The characters are butchered / shitted on, and it's ridiculous. Joel goes out in a way that's not even memorable. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna kill off Joel no matter what, why would you kill him off in the beginning of the game when you could have The Last of Us 2 end with his death, and you can actually have Joel's last words be forgiveness, and when Ellie's like trying to kill Abby, that's what she's thinking. Never vengeance, never revenge. Always forgive and forget. Always forgive, like forgiveness. And that wouldn't make sense, especially if they had Abby's flashback in the beginning. That would have been way better than what we got. Yeah, way better than the shitty story we got, in my opinion. But I mean, it is what it is. And The Last of Us 1 didn't need a sequel. The first game didn't need a sequel at all. The first game was amazing. The first game, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. I know some others will agree, because the first game is amazing and it is really good. And the first game, yeah, it didn't need a sequel. It didn't. Because I don't know, the reason, let's be real, the reason why they made The Last of Us 2 was for money. Neil Druckmann, Naughty Dog, they wanted money. They wanted to make a sequel for money. They didn't care about the fans. They just wanted to butcher the characters, shit on everything, and hope nobody will notice when, yeah, we did. Yeah, that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. They wanted money. They wanted to make the second game for money, when the first game didn't need a sequel. The first game was fine as it is. The ending was amazing. The ending was fine, was just fine. You didn't have to mess that up. You didn't. And the fact that they did, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. But the first game didn't need a sequel. It didn't. And I'm like, I don't know. If you guys disagree with me, that's completely fine. Don't dislike the video. Like, if you disagree with me, just comment down below and tell me why you disagree with me, so we can have that that nice talk. Tell me what was so good about the second game. Like why do you like the game? Just tell me in the comments so we can have a nice discussion about it. But in my opinion, the game was not good. The sales were not. I don't know. I don't think the sales for the game were good. But then again, I could be wrong because you never know. With sales, like for game sales, you never know because it can go either way. But I mean, yeah, it could go either way, and you never know. But I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys show you guys a different perspective, so you guys can see why probably the second game just doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
The Last of Us 2. We didn't think it would happen, but a long wait that we waited for it, and it came out. I was so excited to play it. I didn't know what would happen, and then I finished it, and I didn't have the same feeling at all when I finished the first game. Fuck! I felt anger and sadness, not because that's what the game was supposed to make me feel, but because I waited years for it to be garbage. Are you fuck? I waited so long. I'd say half my life, 7.5 years, and I'm just 15. I waited that long for the game to just shit in my mouth. So many years just for it to take what you loved and crush it beneath its dirty combat boots. Now in this video, I'm not going to be explaining the entire plot of the game, just mostly the parts that are important and most infuriating. Now don't get me wrong, the gameplay is amazing. The graphics are incredible and everything plays out super smooth. You can do a lot more. It was just groundbreaking. But none of that matters. None of that matters when the story is just bad. But Neil Druckmann, or as I like to call him, Neil Cuckman, decides to add this one stupid piece of garbage to the game, which wasn't needed at all in the first place.
But yeah, shout out to that dude for I just wanted to show that to show his point of view. But shout out to him and shout out for the footage in his video. But I mean, for example, what that dude is stating is facts. And I agree. When I first played, I will admit, when I first played the first Last of Us game, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And then the second game came, and then it was just ridiculous. Why? Why would you even? Ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And he makes a good point. He makes so many good points in the clips that I showed. That when he when you play the second game, you don't get that emotional experience when you played the first game. Like in the first game, for example, like he mentioned, you really connect with the characters. In the second game, you just have no connection with the characters. In fact, you just have that disconnect. I don't know how to explain it. That disconnect. Yeah, bro. I don't know. It's ridiculous. The second game, let's be honest here. The second game is garbage. The second game is ridiculous. Why? Why would you even make the second game to begin with? It's ridiculous. And the fact that Naughty Dog is not even treating their employees properly is ridiculous. Like, bro, we're in the middle of a like, a V, like, an emergency crisis, and you're like, we're in the middle of something serious, as I should say. Yeah, we're in the middle, we're in the middle of something serious, and like, really, you're not gonna let them be with their families? What? So that makes no sense. Like, we're in the middle of a crisis, and you're not gonna let these people go home to their families, especially when you know, especially when there's an emergency crisis. Like, think about that, an emergency crisis, and Neil Druckmann or whoever says, no, you can't go home or you can't be with your family because we need your help working on the second game. That is messed up. Because I'm sorry, if I was working at Naughty Dog, and if Neil Druckmann or somebody said, like, oh no, you can't go, you can't leave, you can't go home to be with your family because we need your help with the game, I would have been like, F you, because yeah, I would immediately said, F you, because that's my family. I need to be with my family. I need to stop what I'm doing because I need to go to my family. Because, like, think about it. God forbid if there's an emergency, and you need to tell your boss, like, hey, I gotta go. There's like a serious emergency, and imagine your boss saying no. That's like, what? Like, imagine something bad really does happen, where you do have to leave, and imagine your boss being like Neil Druckmann, being like, no, you need to stay. You can't go back to be with your family. You need to be here with us, working on this game, or else you're fired. Like, imagine that. Ridiculous. If I was if I was that dude, I would have been like, F you, I quit, because you're clearly not understanding. You're clearly too drawn to your ego. You can't get your head out of your behind for 1 second to realize, like, oh shit, this guy has to go, because has to go to his wife or his kid due to like a serious emergency, and but yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's just ridiculous. The moral of the story of this video is like, I don't know, like, the moral of the story of this video, like, oh, don't be selfish, don't be greedy, don't be retarded, be understanding, and please listen to your fan base, and please treat your employees with the proper love and respect and kindness they deserve, because at the end of the day, these people who are working on games like Resident Evil 8, Ghost of Tsushima, games like that, Spider-Man, they work their asses off to give us these games, and without asking in the first place. Like, they work their asses off all day, all night to give us these games without asking. So, but yeah, they work their asses off. Like, giving us games like, Ghost of Tsushima, and it's better. It's like, it's better to be happy and so appreciative than to just hate on their work. It's just ridiculous. But I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. But this game is ridiculous. The Last of Us 2 is not a good game in my opinion. It's a game that should have never been made. The Last of Us 2 is a game that should have never, ever, and I mean ever, been made. This game shouldn't even exist. This game shouldn't even exist right now. And the fact that we got a character like Abby, like, are you kidding me? Like this big, ginormous rock character that killed Joe in a ridiculous way, like a dumb way. That I don't know, it's ridiculous. Like this game is ridiculous. I'm done talking about The Last of Us 2. Um, I just wanted to do this review video to give you guys what I really think about this game and why I was so disappointed. It's just this game is ridiculous. The Last of Us 2 is not a game worth buying or playing. It's not a game even worth talking about. It's just ridiculous. And the first game will always be the masterpiece, and the first game will always be as fun as it is. The second game is just not good. The second game is not even worth it. But I mean, it is what it is. A few months later, and yeah, it is what it is. There's no redoing it. There's no petition that could save it because nobody. Like, let's be real. Like, do petitions really work? But I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's sad. It's sad because I love the first Last of Us game, and for the second game to go into the direction it already went, it's just, bruh. But yeah, it's just sad. Like, why? But anyway, please leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Comment down below if you agree with what I'm trying to say, and do you think I have a point? The Last of Us 2 is ridiculous. Comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, and before I go, I will give my honest rating for the game. My rating for the game would have to be a 5 out of 10. Sorry, no, not 5 out of 10, a 3 out of 10, because the game, well, the story is just ridiculous. My honest rating is a 3 out of 10. The game is just not good. The first game is way better, and yeah, that's my honest rating for The Last of Us 2. And this is my Last of Us 2 review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review for this game. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, peace out.